Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to take a moment to remind everyone that Chloe and Philip have asked if everyone could not take photographs during the ceremony. They'd rather that you enjoy the moment and that they can enjoy the moment with you. There is a special website mentioned on your invitations set up for you to enjoy the official photographs and eventually the video of the day. If you've lost that website or if you're unaware of it, please don't hesitate to come and see either myself or the best man, Kim Park, and we can provide you with a card that has this web address printed on it. The bride will be arriving in just a few moments, so please take your seats or find a comfortable position that doesn't obstruct the aisle. You just come across this thing. I'd like to begin the day, welcome along, I'd like to begin the day just with an acknowledgement to country. Firstly, we'd like to respectfully acknowledge the Yagara people, the traditional custodians of the land where we are now gathered today, and pay our respect to the elders, past, present and emerging, for they hold the memories, the traditions and the culture and the hopes of their people. Family and friends, I'd like to welcome everyone here this afternoon to the marriage of Philip Go Ng and Chloe Rose Hendricks. These two beautiful people have given us the privilege of being here with them today to join in the celebration of love and commitment. I think that we should begin by giving them a welcoming round of applause. I'd also like to take a brief moment to introduce to you the best man, Kim Gerald Park. He's a close friend and work colleague of Philip, along with the maid of honour, which is Lena Hannah Kowalski, who's been a close friend of Chloe since childhood. Philip and Chloe would like all of you here today to know that no matter how far you've travelled or how long you've been in their lives, you hold a very special place in their hearts. Your presence here today warms them to know how much love and support surrounds them as they begin this journey together. My name is Simon Bennett and I'm an authorised marriage celebrant. It brings me joy and a great sense of privilege to be asked to be a part of this special occasion on this Valentine's Day. What a great way to spend this traditional day kept for love. Okay, well, to talk of the story of Philip and Chloe would be remiss not to mention both of these young people's underlying desire to help other people. They met through educating and mentoring young people, and this remains at the core of their focus. Chloe was born and spent her early years in Rockhampton here in Queensland. Her parents, Elizabeth and George, had moved to Rockhampton for work before she was born. George, now a retired high school principal himself, was offered a posting to the central Queensland town before the children were born, and he and Elizabeth saw this as a great opportunity to not only spend some time in a warmer climate, but perhaps to have a nice place to bring up a family. Education must have been in the Hendricks family blood, as Chloe, after completing high school herself, studied secondary school education here in Brisbane. While studying, Chloe volunteered her time at the Brisbane Lifeline Centre, assisting in a range of caring activities ranging from helping put together the Lifeline Book Fest through to being on the cold face of care by assisting in a series of inner city shelters. It would seem that Chloe's time was completely consumed with her study, volunteering, along with juggling a part-time job. However, she also found time to be a tutor, for free I might add, to a group of students for certain subjects they were finding challenging in school. I believe some of those students are here with us today, and they count themselves amongst Chloe's friends rather than pupils. Chloe subsequently took a teaching opportunity in Sydney, which is where she's been living until now, along with her special little 3-year-old daughter, Rose. Chloe's generous nature and selfless attitude are noticed by all of those around her. Chloe's family and friends doubt that anyone would dispute there is not a harmful bone in her body. These beautiful personal characteristics, along with what I've been told are a set of sparkling eyes and an infectious smile, are what first attracted Philip to Chloe. Philip was born in Singapore, and he has told me that he feels lucky to have spent his life in such a dynamic place. The food, the climate, the cultural diversity, and the people are something that he tells me he holds very dear to his heart. Philip is the eldest son of Edward and Jane. These proud parents are overjoyed to see Philip so happy here today. They too, like Chloe's parents, will attest to Philip's caring and generous nature. Edward and Jane claim that there were so many times that when, as a child, Philip would stop to help someone or something, that they found themselves driving injured friends or stray pets around the neighbouring area searching for their homes. Philip always insisted upon everyone getting special care. After finishing high school, Philip worked in his father's construction business, which saw him travelling between Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia. It was on these travels that Philip found himself exposed to different people from these countries struggling to give their families the quality of life that they wanted for themselves. Philip felt a calling. That calling was to help individuals through education. Education, he feels, is a better way to health, better work opportunities, better industry. Philip feels that it is a way for a better life. With his parents' blessing, Philip went back to university and studied education through part-time learning while still working in the family's construction business by day. Once completed, Philip transitioned into full-time work in teaching in communities in the countries he had already made contacts. At this point, we can say this is where Philip and Chloe's journey crossed paths. Both he and Chloe ventured to Philip's home city of Singapore for the 2019 Southeast Asia Secondary School Education Conference. Here, Philip was asked to speak on his work with primary and secondary schools in Indonesia. And not only inspired onlooker Chloe, but I am told privately she was quite taken by how Philip looked up on stage. After the session, Chloe took the opportunity to catch up with Philip about his work and he was doing, and to expand upon that speech. There was more than just a professional spark. As Philip said, he felt, talking to Chloe, that he had to just ask this woman out for a drink, or a coffee, or just conversation. She was so completely aligned with his way of thinking about humanity, but he said she was completely beautiful as well. Well, the conference ran for 3 days, and I'm told that Philip and Chloe spent much of this time together, with Philip being nothing short of a gentlemanly guide to the sights of Singapore, and in any of the time that was left free. When the conference was over, Philip wasted no time in visiting Chloe and Rose here in Australia, where they all made a trip north from Sydney to meet Chloe's parents and family here in Brisbane. Subsequently, Chloe has made several trips back to Singapore to see Philip and to meet his family and see his work. Chloe is so inspired with Philip's education and care enterprise that they are currently planning to work together to continue this giving and caring through teaching here in Australia as well. Where in amongst all of this did these two energetic people have time to fall in love and to think of themselves? I'm told that this just grew and grew the more time that they spent together. Each of them has expressed to me that being with the other is just so easy and so natural. Both Chloe and Philip profess that there was an immediate physical attraction. However, now their feelings run deep and they feel that they have been together their whole lives, and they can't imagine a time without the other being there. They say that their love for each other is so strong and their feelings are so intense that their energy for life has become somehow amplified and intensified now that they are together. They feel as though they have an uncommon love, and that is rare these days. For the first reading today, Philip and Chloe have asked if I could read them the 19th century poem, How Do I Love Thee by Elizabeth Barrett Browning, which focuses on love and light. How do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depth and breadth and height my soul can reach. When feeling out of sight, for the ends of being an ideal grace, I love thee to the end of every day's most quiet need. By sun and candlelight, I love thee freely as men strive for right. I love thee purely as they turn from praise. I love thee with passion put to use. In my old griefs and with my childhood faith, I love thee with a love that I seem to lose. With my saints lost, I love thee with my breath, smiles, tears, all of my life, and if God choose, I shall love thee better after death. Family and friends, this is where I ask you to be involved in the ceremony, and if you could answer, I will, if you're happy to help this couple in their future lives. Standing before you today is Philip and Chloe. They have expressed how important each and every one of you is to them, and they seek your guidance and trust in their future together. If you will love and support them, will you love and support them as they join together today in marriage?
I will.
Thank you. Chloe and Philip, before we commence with your pledges today, as your celebrant, I'm obliged by the Marriage Act to state the following. I am duly authorized by law to solemnize marriages according to law. Before you're joined in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. I'll now ask Chloe's maid of honour, Lena, if she could take her bouquet, and I'll ask you, Philip, and Chloe to face each other and both join hands. You've dropped it. That's okay. Okay. Do you, Philip, take Chloe to be your wedded wife? Will you love and respect her, be true to her, and stand by her whatever challenges you face? Will you accept these challenging times along with times of good fortune and forever help each other together?
I will.
Do you, Chloe, take Philip to be your wedded husband? Will you love and respect him, be true to him, and stand by him whatever challenges you face? Will you accept these challenging times along with times of good fortune and forever help each other together?
I will.
Chloe and Philip, have you come here today truly without reservation to give yourselves to each other in marriage?
We do.
As you can see beside us, up the front here, we've got a table on which it has 3 candles in lanterns. The 2 smaller candles are already lit, standing either side of the large one, which represents the light both Chloe and Philip already have. So far, in each of these individual lives, they have been lights to those around them. As we've already mentioned, both Philip and Chloe have been shining lights of care and support to all those who have come into their lives. So as the light banishes the dark and illuminates the way for others to follow, Chloe and Philip have shown love, illumination, and vision in their lives. I now ask them to come forward and light the large candle from the 2 candles which represents the unification of their collective lives and love. Okay, so if you just take these and light them, and we'll open this up. Just light it again, it's okay. Take your time. them in there if you want. And close the doors up. Great. Excellent. Philip and Chloe, by joining your light together, you combine your love. As the opposite of gloom, light denotes cheerfulness, optimism, and happiness. Thousands of candles can be lit from one single candle, just like happiness that never decreases by being shared. For some, light is a symbol of progress and excitement for the future. Light symbolizes life, and all life cannot exist without light. Light has always been seen as a symbol of truth and hope. So Philip and Chloe, join together your light, your love, your passion, and radiate these things for all those who meet you to see. Chloe and Philip, I now ask you to hold hands again, face each other, and repeat this pledge of your feelings to each other. When times are dark, I will look to you for light.
When times are dark, I will look to you for light.
Nice. Just relax. It's not a test. When I am feeling weak, I will look to you for strength.
When I am feeling weak, I will look to you for strength.
When in times of joy, I will walk beside you with a smile.
When in times of joy, I will walk beside you with a smile.
I want to share in your goals and dreams.
I want to share in your goals and dreams.
Honesty and love will be the cornerstones of our relationship.
Honesty and love will be the cornerstones of our relationship.
I want to remain with you my whole life.
I want to remain with you my whole life.
Now we'll be exchanging the vows, so just give Philip first this, and I'll pass you the microphone now.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Philip Goten, take you, Chloe Rose Hendricks, to be my lawfully wedded wife. Chloe, from the moment we met at the conference in Singapore, I just knew that you were something special that I wanted to spend time with. That initial feeling has grown into something far greater than what it was at the start. You are a mother, devoted to your daughter, and to giving her the very best opportunity in life. You are an educator who inspires passionately your students. You are a caring person who puts everyone and their needs before yours. You support me and have accepted everything that I am without reservation. You are funny, you are patient, and you are smart. On top of all this, you are very beautiful. I am so very blessed to have not just met you, but that you will now be my wife. I look forward to our lives together, and I'm excited to be an important part of Rose's life as well. This fills me with so much energy and makes me want to be a better person. Chloe, I love you and look forward to our lives together.
Thank you, Philip. Now, Chloe. Here's yours.
Thank you.
And I'll give you this.
Thank you. I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Chloe Rose Hendricks, take you, Philip Goten, to be my lawful wedded husband. Sometimes in life we often find people who inspire us and align with our own way of thinking, that we just gravitate towards them. Sometimes we come across people who we feel that are on a level above us in both looks and action. You, Philip, to me are all of these things. From the second I saw you in Singapore, I thought that you were an attractive man. Then I heard you speaking and heard the things that you were passionate about, and I just thought, wow. He's an intelligent, good-looking man who cares about the world and the people around him. I imagined that you would be already taken by one of those women who look like a model and has 8 degrees to their name. But yet you took the time to talk to me, to listen to me, to want to be with me. I was not looking for love at the time, and yet you bumped straight into me. This makes me think of something that you say all the time. If the universe has something planned for you, you cannot fight against it. You just need to be open to the best opportunities it presents. I love all the things which drive you, and I see your energy. If you're what the universe has planned for me, then I am open to the opportunities you will present. I look forward to being your wife, Philip. I love you.
Thank you, Philip and Chloe. The wedding rings. The wedding ring has always been a timeless emblem of both love and commitment. Rings have symbolized many things throughout history, carrying many meanings, both personal and spiritual. Perhaps the most important meanings are known only to the people who wear them. Still, the symbolism of a wedding ring remains much the same as it has for countless generations. In many ways, the love we experience today is no different from that of our ancient ancestors. A ring has no beginning and no end. It's represented in a circle made from precious metal and stones, showing us the eternal nature of love, never ending and binding us together. Kim Park, I now ask you to come forward with the rings. Now, Philip and Chloe, I will ask you to please say together. Thank you. This is the tricky part because you've got to try and do the rings and speak at the same time. I give you this ring as a sign of my love and devotion to you. I promise to support you, to care for you, and be beside you all the days of our lives. Any finger. Cool. Well done. I'd now like to ask Samuel Hendricks to come forward for the second reading. For this, Philip and Chloe have chosen the biblical reading from the first letter of Paul to the Corinthians, focused on love.
If I speak in the tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy, and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor, and give over my body to hardship that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud. It does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered, and keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres. Love never fails. But where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when completeness comes, what is in part disappears. When I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child, I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put the ways of childhood behind me. For now we see only in reflection as in a mirror, then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known. And now these three things remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love.
Thank you, Samuel. Chloe and Philip, may the years ahead be filled with lasting joy. All of us here join together in wishing you both best wishes on this wonderful journey as you build your new lives together. Philip and Chloe, today you have promised before us to love each other and to share your lives together, both in good times and in challenging times. Without further ado, it gives me great pleasure in declaring that you are husband and wife, and to wish you every happiness. Philip and Chloe, you may now kiss. Friends and family, it is now time for Chloe and Philip to sign the certificates of marriage. I would like Kim and Lena, if they could come forward to bear witness. After the official photographer has taken, you can take those seats there. After the official photographer has taken a few pictures, I'll ask if any of you would like to come forward and take some pictures. While this is happening over the next couple of minutes, ladies and gentlemen, if you can just keep your seats and remain comfortable. I'll get you to come out. Okay, so we'll just dive in here for a second. And what I'll do is I'll get you, Philip, first. So if you sign here. Yeah, Philip. And wait, Philip's going to sign all 3 documents. And again here. And here. Excellent. Okay, now Chloe, it's your turn. I would have copied that later on. That's good, thank you.
Yeah.
And this one. Excellent, thank you. I'll just stay there. You guys stay there. I'll bring these around and I can get Lena first. If you could sign here. Here. And witness. You signed in the wrong place, but they should be here, but that's okay. Not yet. Thank you. Okay, so what we'll do is I'll take the main certificate. Those ones in there for me. I'll take this one. Okay, if I could get you guys to come back out the front here, please. As Chloe and Philip have pledged their love before us, it is now time for us to wish them every happiness in the future. May they make every moment together count. May the light they have lit here today together remain glowing in the future. I'd like to present the happy couple with the certificate of marriage. So if you show that to everybody, and then I'll get you to hand that on to Kim behind you there, please, for safekeeping. Family and friends, I would now like to introduce to you Mr. and Mrs. Ng. Please join me in congratulating the happy couple. Friends and family, now is a great opportunity for you to come and take some photographs of the married couple and the wedding party. Chloe and Philip have asked that after this, that if you could please enjoy a few drinks while they have some official photos taken around the gardens. They very much look forward to spending the evening with you at the reception. Thank you. Thank you.